Welcome back, everyone. Today, we are diving deep into a topic that makes a lot of people nervous, but it's also one of the most practical skills you can learn: job interview English. Not the kind of English you use ordering coffee or asking for directions, but the strategic, confident, polished English that lands you the job. By the end of this video, you'll have specific phrases, structures, and mindset shifts that will help you walk into any interview in English and feel like you belong there. Let's start with the obvious. Why is a job interview in English so much harder than everyday conversation? Because the stakes are high. You're not just trying to be understood, you're trying to impress. You're trying to show competence, personality, and cultural fit, all in a language that might not be your mother tongue. But here's the secret. Interviewers aren't looking for perfect grammar. They're looking for clear communication, confidence, and relevance. Focus on being clear, calm, and useful. The first major hurdle is the opening. The classic question, "Tell me about yourself." This is not your life story. In a professional interview, it's code for, "Give me a quick summary of your professional journey and why you're here today." Use the present past future formula. Present, who are you professionally right now? Past, what relevant experience brought you here? Future, why does this job fit into your career goals? Keep it to 60 seconds. Here's a bad answer. "Well, my name is Maria, I'm from Spain, I like hiking, and I studied business." That's not professional. Now a strong answer. "I'm an accountant with a focus on tax compliance and financial reporting. Over the last 3 years, I've helped 2 small businesses reduce their tax liability by an average of 15%. Right now, I'm looking to bring that attention to detail to a larger finance team, which is why I'm excited about this senior accountant role." Short, relevant, powerful. Now, the fear of forgetting words. Your mind goes blank. Don't panic. Use recovery phrases. "Let me rephrase that," or "what I'm trying to say is." These make you look thoughtful. Also, use a simpler word. If you can't remember reconciled, say checked and matched. Clarity beats complexity. Another huge challenge is behavioral questions. Tell me about a time when. Use the STAR method: situation, task, action, result. For example, tell me about a time you found an error in a financial report. Weak answer: I found a mistake and fixed it. Strong STAR answer: situation. In my last job, I noticed a vendor invoice had been entered twice. Task: I needed to correct the error before the monthly close. Action: I traced the duplicate, reversed it, and created a checklist to prevent recurrence. Result: the statements were delivered on time, and duplicate errors dropped by 90%. That's memorable. What if you don't have a perfect story? You can say, "A similar situation I faced was," or "based on my experience, here's how I would handle that." Never lie, but frame your experience well. Let's talk vocabulary. Use power words like "I led," "I initiated," "I coordinated" instead of "I did." But don't overdo it. Say, "I worked with sales and operations to reconcile their budgets and find 10% in cost savings," instead of corporate robot language. The salary question: what are your salary expectations? Never say, "I don't know." Do your research. Say, "Based on my research, I'm looking for a range between 65 and 75,000. I'm flexible for the right opportunity." If they push, say, "I'd be happy to consider your best offer once we confirm I'm the right fit." Now, the most feared question: what is your greatest weakness? Do not say, "I work too hard." Give a real weakness plus what you're doing to improve it. Example: I used to struggle with public speaking when presenting financial results. So I joined a Toastmasters group, and now I volunteer to present monthly variance analysis. I'm much more comfortable now. Another example for an accountant: I get too deep into details. I've learned to set time limits for detailed reviews before stepping back to see the big picture. Pronunciation and intonation matter. Slow down. Speak at 70% of your normal speed. Use downward intonation at the end of sentences. Listen, "I am the right person for this job." Unsure versus "I am the right person for this job." Confident. Let's practice a mini interview. Question 1. Why do you want to work here? Don't say, "I need a job." Say, "I've been following your work in renewable energy, especially your project financing. I want to contribute my skills in general ledger management and audit preparation. Question 2. Where do you see yourself in 5 years? Say, as a senior accounting manager or assistant controller, ideally leading a small team. Question 3. Do you have any questions? Always have 3. Ask about team culture. What do you enjoy most about this finance department? Ask about success. How do you measure success in the first 90 days? Ask about growth. What training or certification opportunities exist? If you don't understand a question, don't pretend. Say, could you please rephrase that, or let me repeat that back to make sure I got it. That's active listening, not weakness. Record yourself answering common questions. Listen for, rushing, or repeated grammar mistakes. Fix one thing at a time. Week 1, slow down. Week 2, practice star answers. Body language matters too. Don't say, I'm not an expert, but I know a little about bookkeeping. Say, I have solid experience in full-cycle accounting, including 3 years of monthly closes. Make eye contact about 60 to 70% of the time. Smile when you say hello and thank you. For video interviews, test your tech. Look at the camera, not yourself. Put sticky notes with key phrases near the camera. For phone interviews, stand up. It changes your breathing and energy. Closing the interview is crucial. Say, thank you for your time. Based on our conversation, I'm even more excited about this role. I'm confident I can bring value to your finance team, especially in improving the reconciliation process. I look forward to the next steps. Then send a thank you email within 24 hours. Thank you again for interviewing me for the accountant role. I especially enjoyed learning about your team's approach to tax compliance. Please let me know if I can provide any additional information. Finally, change your mindset. Stop thinking of the interview as a test. Think of it as a professional conversation between equals. You are evaluating them too. When you adopt that mindset, your English will flow naturally because you're connecting, not performing. Here's your homework. Pick 3 questions. Tell me about yourself. Why do you want this job? And tell me about a challenge you overcame. Write your star answers as an accountant. Record yourself. Listen. Adjust. Do it again. Your accent is not a problem. Your imperfect grammar is not a problem. Lack of preparation is the only problem. But you are here, watching this, so you are already preparing. Thank you for watching. If this helped, please like and subscribe. Comment below with the interview question that scares you most. Until next time, practice out loud, be kind to yourself, and go get that job. You've got this.